Hey guys, John here. Got another one here for you that I wanted to go through, and this one I wanted to talk about this comment that I got from James McKee. It was on one of my latest videos where I talk about Upwork not being a scam and so forth. And whenever I do an Upwork video, I sort of expect this. I know this is coming. These people always sort of show up. You have these people who went on there and probably tried it for 5 minutes and had a bad experience with it, and they sort of come out of the woodwork whenever they see the word Upwork and have this sort of stuff. So I tend to just sort of get a kick out of it because I know it's coming. I've seen about everything anybody could ever say, and it usually is sort of in the same vein. But I also know that people will see this stuff and tend to get influenced by it and so forth. And so I want to make sure that I always address it. And this is a pretty common response to whenever I talk about Upwork. So I want to make sure that I go through it. So first off, his comment is Upwork is a joke. Clients on there are awful. Getting paid isn't nowhere guaranteed. I mean, you can't even gain valuable experience, let alone earn a living. For those just starting out, get involved with the open source outlet of whatever path you're taking, whether it's a CMS like WordPress or apps created via Angular. There are projects out there, which that middle line I don't really disagree with. I mean, yeah, do that stuff too. I'm not saying go on Upwork and then don't do this other stuff. Do both is really what I'm saying here. But he continues, and when the time comes to apply for a real job, which that phrase real job should tell you everything you need to know about his opinion on just freelancing in general, let alone Upwork, which someone who despises freelancing that much, maybe not the best person to take advice from when it comes to freelancing. But anyway, when it comes time to apply for a real job, trust me when I say that your rep and tasks in the open source community will outweigh some shady website you built for God knows who. Upwork might not be a scam, but it is a joke. I always sort of just wonder, do these people think that this is super persuasive? I mean, it's a sort of, there's nothing that's pointed to. No, I mean, not even anecdotal here, right? So it's just okay, yeah, your totally unsubstantiated opinion totally convinced me. So never mind, Upwork does suck, right? I just sort of wonder what they're thinking when they write this sort of stuff. But you sort of, again, have to make a decision if you're going to believe that or you're going to believe, some of these other comments that I got on here. So this one from, however you say that, Catagay or whatever it says, yes, I get almost all of my work through Upwork. Great clients, long-term relationships, well-paying jobs. Upwork is only going to be as good as you are, which that last line I think is really key. Or you have this one from Tazveer that says, Upwork is definitely not a scam. It's excellent for skilled people such as web developers, graphic designers, software developers, etc. I started out with freelancing as a WordPress professional on Fiverr, started taking on projects there, and also at the same time bidding on projects on Upwork. I think it was October 2017, I started watching John videos where he said to spend at least 1 year on freelancing, which I recommend everybody do. Fast forward 1 year, I'm a top rated on Upwork, 100% job success score. Also on Fiverr, I have 145-star reviews. And I think up here, there's one, yeah, so this one from Sir Joseph. By the way, what up, Joseph? Anyway, if it is such a scam as people say it is, then how come I made 3,000 or so off clients there just by writing really meh blog posts for them? How come I get hit up for jobs instantly after making my profile? I work 10 hours a week at most on my Upwork projects, if that, usually less, and so on. So again, you have these people who have a bad experience and go on here and sort of go out and telling everybody to just Upwork's terrible, it's worthless, it's pointless, and all this stuff. And then you have these people who've gone on there, who've had success, who've gotten work, who really like Upwork, and so forth. And again, you sort of have a choice to make about who you're going to believe. And to me, there's three things that I look at when I evaluate this sort of thing. So the first off is, what's the truth? And the thing about these know-it-alls like James here is they try to get you so focused on truth is the only thing that matters, which, don't get me wrong, truth is important, but they're trying to convince you that their narrow version of the truth is all that matters. And it's almost entirely based off some bad experience that they have. They'll never bring up statistics or stats, or, I mean, here he doesn't even provide any sort of anecdotal, like doesn't even tell the story of his bad experience. It just comes out throwing around opinions and doesn't back them up with anything at all. So these are just 100% assertions with no backing to it. And again, like I said, it's almost certainly based off some bad experience he had. So, I mean, I get that people have bad experiences on it, but to me, the full truth is sort of what I've always said about Upwork. You can find whatever you want over there. If you want to find awful clients, there are awful clients on Upwork. I have never said that there aren't, right? But there are not only awful clients over there, which is what these people often try to convince you, right? You can also find really great clients over there. And when I was on Upwork and doing that, I found clients over there who then, as I transitioned off of Upwork, which is something I have said from the very beginning you should always do, but as I transitioned off of Upwork, a lot of those clients decided they wanted to come with me and became long-term clients that I had good relationships with. So again, you can find whatever you want over there. You can find projects that are offering $5 an hour, or you can find clients and projects where they're paying $50 or $60 or $100 an hour. You can find whatever you want over there. Ultimately, it comes down to how you position yourself and how you present yourself, how you behave over there. So that's the first thing. To me, that's more of the full truth. There's not any one thing. There's whatever you want to find over there. It's such a big platform. Beyond that, then, I think you also have to think about intent. And the question that I would suggest you ask yourself is, do these know-it-alls who constantly scream about the horrors of Upwork, do they care more about you? Does it seem like that on the surface? Or do they care more about being right? And I'm not going to get into that too much. I think you can read through it, and I think the answer is pretty obvious. So that's all I'm going to say on that. And then the last thing that I think you have to think about is there's this question of where all of this leads, right? Where does any of this go? So these guys that are telling you not to take a crack at what is the largest freelancing site on the planet. Last time I looked, it's either, if it's not first, it's second. It's one of the largest freelancing sites on the planet, right? So they're telling you not to even try it, right? When it's the largest site on the freelancing site on the planet, where thousands of new jobs are posted every day. You have freelancers who've made 300, 400, 500K, agencies who've made, I seen one the other day, it was like 32 million or something like that, right? You have all of this, but no. Screw all that. Listen to me, Mr. Know-It-All, and my, jaded, unsubstantiated opinion. That's what's right. That's what you should listen to. And you shouldn't even try this thing over here because I said so, right? To me, that's just pure arrogance, and it's sort of classic know-it-allism. To me, it's incredibly stupid to not at least give it a shot when it is the largest freelancing site on the planet, or one of. But like I said, I can talk about this all day. I've been on Upwork. I know what it is. I know what's possible and so forth. I did my thing over there. It's you who ultimately have to decide who you want to believe and what you're going to do. I've said all along from the very beginning when I ever first started talking about this, Upwork isn't perfect. It has its issues, and it's not some, go on there and work magically falls in your lap utopia. It takes work. It takes understanding how the system works. And I've always said you shouldn't only ever get your work from Upwork, and I've always advised that you should eventually work to get off Upwork. But if you're just starting out, if you're just getting into freelancing, or maybe you've been doing it and you want to add something to the side of it, it's a great stepping stone to then go into your own freelancing career, or it's a great side sort of thing that you can do to add to your freelancing business. And it's just full of opportunity over there. But again, I can tell you that till I'm blue in the face. Ultimately, it's you who has to decide what you believe and what you're going to do. My recommendation, at least give it a shot, and don't let these sort of know-it-alls sway you from doing that. Now, and this is the part that always gets me in trouble, but if you want some help, that's what my Freelancing on Upwork course will do. It's going to show you it's going to show you the stuff that I learned freelancing over there, and doing what I did over there. So how to build your profile to take advantage of Upwork's algorithms, so that you show up higher in the searches, so you show up higher in the suggested freelancer list. And you also create a profile that is more compelling and persuasive to clients. So it's not just about ranking, but also when you show up higher, clients actually click through on it. When they read it, it's convincing and compelling and makes them want to hire you. So I'm going to show you everything I learned about building your profile. Plus, on top of that, then we get into bidding on jobs, how to find the best jobs and the best clients, so you're not dealing with the awful clients that are over there. And then when you find a good project and a good client, how to break down the job description to find the key hiring criteria, the things that they are really looking at. They're going to make their decision of whether they hire someone or not, and how to write your proposals to appeal to that, and make them compelling and engaging so that you can actually get the job. And so all of this then just aimed at helping you actually have success on Upwork, so you can be one of the people who responds to this sort of stuff and says, yeah, I actually had success over there, and here's how I did it, as opposed to being the person that has the bad experience. Again, in my mind, it all comes down to you and your behavior and what you do, how you position yourself, how you present yourself over there. And that's, again, what I'm going to help you do. So, and it'll allow you to actually take advantage of the opportunity that I believe, whether I had a course on it or not, that I believe Upwork actually is. But again, as I've said, it's something you have to decide. It's all up to you. Anyway, if you want to learn more about that course and get started with it, you just go to upwork101.com. You'll see a big yellow button there. You can start your 2-month trial of Skillshare. You will get access to the entire course, the full course. You won't have to pay a penny to do the 2-month trial. And if you cancel anytime before the 2 months is up, you never pay a penny, and you'll get to learn everything that I know about Upwork for nothing. So again, like I've said, and it's up to you to decide if you want to do that. Link is upwork101.com. And check out the reviews over there of what other people have said about the course as well. So and make up your own mind. That'll do it for this one. Thanks for listening. We'll talk to you next time.